In Python, as you execute a program and it needs to store values in memory, those are called objects when they are stored in memory. And there's specific pieces in memory that it allocates to hold those values. So the values that it can store in objects are integers, strings, anything that's a variable value like that. It can also hold functions and lists and items and values associated with those. And we'll talk about functions and lists a little bit later. But in this example, we'll look at the print function and holding a value of x and using objects in memory for that. So let's look at the demo. It's going to create an object in memory. It's going to say print, use the print function, and adding 2 plus 2. So it's going to go through the interpreter to process and find that that should be 4, and then it's going to store that value in memory in an object. Then it will print 4 to the screen. It pulls that value from memory, and because that is a temporary value that you need, you're displaying it to the screen, so you don't need it after that because it's not a stored variable value. Because you are just printing that to the screen, it discards that value in memory because it doesn't need it anymore. It's not held in a variable name. Okay, so in this step, we're assigning the value of 7 to x. So in memory, the object will be x and the value of 7 in a certain space allocated in memory, and that's called your object. And now, because we have stored that value of 7 in x in memory, we can print x, and it will pull the value from memory for x and print that to the screen. So the key point here is for your objects, if it's something you need temporarily, where a variable name is not associated with it, it will discard that after it has, for example, printed that value. But if it's held in a variable name or an identifier in memory, such as x, it will hold that in memory until it needs that value again.